finance bros who don't know how to dress, some might call them Rizless, are being scammed out of a lot of money, but they're actually getting something in return. I'll give them that. But a hilarious Wall Street Journal article has shed a spotlight on the pricey stylists who are giving fashion advice to clueless corporate guys with way too much money to spend. Now, let's take Jay Byes, for example. He's the CEO of a web design firm who switched up his look with the help of stylist Patrick Kanger. There you can see the before and after, which I feel, when I tell you how much it's gonna cost, I feel like you could just learn how to dress from watching YouTube videos, but he didn't do that, which would have been free. He decided to pay Kanger up to $5,000 for his services, but he doesn't regret it, and it was his money, I guess. But he said the switch had a Superman bursting out of the phone booth effect on Byes. I look like I know what I'm doing. Strangers seem to think so too. He was startled when a random 20-something at the grocery store saw his leather John Varvatos jacket and chirped, "I like your drip, bro." And that's what he's doing it for. He's doing it for random dudes at the grocery store. But that's not even the most expensive stylist that money can buy you. Let's take a look at Raj Nanganori, who's a neurosurgeon who got help from stylist Peter Nyan. There he is. We don't have a before pic. I don't know, maybe he was embarrassed about being dripless previously, but this is how he's styling himself now, which costs $10,000. He spent $10,000 to put together, can we pull that picture back up? A polo, a cardigan, and pants. That cost $10,000.
No, let's be clear. The outfit is extra. The advice is $10,000. It's just serious.
Yeah, just to have some guy tell you would look good in this, $10,000. But there is an interesting aspect to the story, right? Why are these men so confused on how to style themselves? Well, today, strivers in tech, law, and finance are wealthier than ever. The corporate dress codes have collapsed. The hoodie-clad billionaire has become a cliche. And the C-suite Loro Piana sneakers have trounced dress shoes. Men are very confused right now with the dress codes that have blurred the lines of formality, said JCJ, a white-collar stylist in New York City for 2 decades, whose services start at $3,800 plus expenses. Now, apparently, oftentimes these men have already tried and failed to take fashion advice from their significant others before turning to a stylist. Supreet Chahal, a personal stylist in Oakland specializing in tech guys. That's crazy. I'm sorry, that's crazy that that's your field. It's just tech bros. But they say many clients come in saying, my girlfriend tried to help me. My wife tried out on me, but she keeps dressing me the same way she wants me to look. Now that's helped to solve the fashion issues that these men were struggling with, but now they face a different issue. How do you tell people that you spent thousands of dollars on a stylist? Some clients are wary of admitting they enlisted a fashion guru, and rightfully so, because that's embarrassing. One CEO I spoke with who hired a stylist told his business partner he had done so only to be mocked. After that, he decided, I'm not talking to anyone. Good. I mean, if you have that kind of disposable income to throw away on a stylist, and I'm not like that into fashion, I don't really know what I'm doing. But whatever amount of money I can save up, I'm not gonna waste on. And you know what? Who am I to judge though? That's how they want to spend their money. But to me, it deserves ridicule.
Yeah. Well, okay. First of all, let me shock the world by saying I once also had a stylist. Okay. So I'm gonna explain that in a sec. But first, I get it, right? So I get it on a couple of grounds. Number one, I also dress like a schlep, and we joked around about that a lot, right? And so in a business meeting, if you dress like a schlep in real life, who cares? But if you dress like a schlep in a business meeting, unfortunately, the other business guys are also image obsessed, and they mark you down. They do, right? So like I have the sweatshirt and hoodie thing just because all I ever do is wear TYT merch, right? And so I have a bunch of TYT hoodies and TYT t-shirts, but and jeans. Lucky for me, that randomly turned out to be like a cool outfit in the tech world or whatever for a while, but not really anymore. And you can't go to a business meeting like that, so you, etc. Right? So and so I understand it. I understand. The second thing I understand is they're right. It's like when your wife is trying to dress you, or back in the old days, mom, like as in a couple of years ago. They're looking for things that they like as opposed to what you like, etc. And then these guys have so much money that, I mean, they're like, well, if they didn't waste it on this, they'd waste it on something else. So I guess if you have that much money to burn, it's not that big a deal for you. Now, when did I have the stylist? Do you think I paid for it? You crazy? Okay, no way. Current TV, when I was on there, they looked at me and they're like, yeah, you're gonna need a stylist. No, we're hiring one, and it's actually kind of mandatory because we don't trust you. We think if we leave it up to you, you're gonna look terrible on it. Okay. So, and by the way, so when they did do that, it was amazing, right? She came over, she took my measurements. I got a weird body, as in I'm fat. So it's not easy to, nobody, like, is in all seriousness, like, yeah, obviously I'm overweight, but I, like, my torso is tall, but my legs are shorter. Now every time you see me in person, you're gonna be like, okay. So it's like, and I don't have the time. I don't have to tell, okay, if I do this, but that, but this, right? So she went and got all the clothes for me. She knows what she's doing better than I do. And she brought it home and did it. And since it was paid for, I was like, oh my God. And it was amazing. It was amazing. So that's why I get it. If you have the money and you want to splurge and the money's infinite, I'm not gonna hate on you. But the only thing that bothered me, guys, is that I don't think they are quite aware of how much money they have and how it feels like they're rubbing it in, even though they probably, I don't think they mean to at all. But one of the guys was like, well, I was, making do with minimalist $500 sneakers. It's like, what? I'm not sure I've spent $500 my whole life on sneakers. I did the math the other day because my kids asked me, and I was like, oh, no, yeah, I did. But for a long time, I would not go above $40. Okay, so now you know who I am. All right, Jackson.
Well, like you pointed out, oftentimes people have stylists for specific reasons. Like maybe they're doing a fashion show. I have a variety of friends who are stylists. New York Fashion Week just passed up. So like there may be people who are gonna attend certain events and they wanna wear X, Y, and Z. So it definitely makes sense for that. But I think like it depends on why you're getting a stylist. So if you're getting a stylist because you think like, oh, this is gonna make the ladies just automatically love me, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna do it. Looking clean, being clean, just looking like you take care of yourself is more important than anything else. But a lot of the guys who do stuff like this, like if they're surgeons, like they're not, like they went to school their whole lives. Like they have a lot of money, they make a lot of money, but they don't really do much with it, like except invested in stocks and stuff. Like they may have 3 pairs of shoes. Like they don't really spend money on stuff like this. So maybe they want to date. Like a lot of these people are not really that good socially. Not even just dating, but socially. So a lot of the time people may get a stylist because they just might want to make friends even. Like they may just want to go out to a bar and link up with some people. So I definitely understand why people do it. But hey, if you got thousands of dollars to spend, I can't tell you what to spend your money on, but do your thing. Now I
feel like I was really hating on these guys. You both kind of humanized them, and I was just like, nah, these are idiots getting ripped off. Yeah. But maybe I'm just jealous because reading the article, I was like, damn, I'm really broke.
Right. If I had $10,000, hey, but you know what though? It's like one of the most expensive suits, like $5,000, $10,000. So you could spend that much money real quick on some clothes. I'm definitely not gonna do it. Even if I had it, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's hard not to like look at it from your perspective. Like for them, it might be like 0.02% of their salary or whatever. I don't know, right? For us, we look at it and go, Jesus, that's like, I don't know what that is, a quarter of your salary for the year or whatever it is, right? So you're like, or whatever it is for you. But for all of us, that's a giant number. That's a huge percentage. You just have to remember for them, it's almost nothing.
Yeah.
And they got credit. They got credit like crazy too. So they got even more money. So, hey, but if you live in like NYC, somewhere in LA, I guess being a stylist, you can make a good living off of that. You just got to know rich people.
Yeah, just which tech bros to prey upon.
Exactly. You just got to know who got the money.
Yeah. And then tell them that their accounts have been seized and the CIA's coming by. And if they just put all of their suits in a bag.
That's crazy. It just got worse and worse and worse the more it went on.
I'm surprised a Nigerian prince didn't make an appearance in that story. That's some old school scams right there. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.